Make-Believe Ideas presents Storytime with Hannah. What's under the bed, Ted? Shine your light to reveal surprises. The sun is slowly sinking, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears a squeaky sound from underneath his bed. He says, "A mini monster must have snuck into my house." But with his light, he sees the truth. It's just a wind-up mouse. The sky is getting darker, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears a crunching sound from underneath his bed. He says, "A hungry ogre must be hiding in my home." But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's Pippin with a bone. The house is getting quiet, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears some noises from the table by his bed. He says, "A grumpy goblin's in the darkness down below." But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's just his radio. The moon is brightly shining, and it's sleepy time for Ted. Then something starts to glow beside the toy box near his bed. He says, "A big bad bogeyman is giving me a scare." But in a flash, he sees the truth. His robot toy is there. The stars outside are twinkling, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears some scratching on the floor beside his bed. He says, "A scary spider must be underneath the mat." But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's Caramel, the cat. The owls are gently hooting, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he spots a shadow on a chair beside his bed. He says there's something hiding in the shadows over there. But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's Monkey on a chair. The quiet birds are roosting, and it's sleepy time for Ted. But then he hears a knocking at the window by his bed. He says, "A gruesome giant wants to come and gobble me." But in a flash, he sees the truth. It's just an apple tree. The clock is softly chiming, but poor Ted is still awake. He hears a noise outside the door, which makes him start to shake. But in a flash, Ted's mum comes in to check that he's all right. She says there's nothing scary here and kisses Ted goodnight. The world is gently snoring, and at last, Ted's sleeping too. He isn't worried anymore. He's safe and warm like you. If you like this story, you can visit our shop, www.makebelieveideas.co.uk, for more great books.